At the bottom right-hand side, it is for the Shopify Rebellion, Scarlett.
And on the other hand of the map, the other side of the map, playing for Team GGG, it's going to be Dream, the blue Terran.
Very
and
powerful.
We're actually seeing something different here from Dream, as his first SCV hasn't left his base yet. Let's not forget about that. Every single game so far, we have seen a 2-Rex out of him. I'm curious to see if Scarlett is going to mind game or try to get an edge by playing pool first. But it's not going to be the case.
Not going to be the case.
Yeah, so both players are just going to be playing a very standard opener. It's going to be important to see whether Dream decides to SCV scout or he's happy just staying at home with everything. Just let his Reaper do the scouting, let the Reaper do the work.
Yeah, I think at this point, that's what we're most likely to see. Scarlett just playing pretty normal here, not even bothering herself with scouting against those barracks. Maybe she feels like Dream is unlikely to do it yet again. She was surely watching that match against Lambo as well from Dream, as she had that extra time. And Dream, of course, having proxy twice in a row, chooses not to. And yeah, both players are going to be kind of okay here.
Yep, they seem to be pretty happy just playing a standard game. And that doesn't surprise me that the openers are quite like this. Now, you know what I'm always thinking with someone like Dream is that these guys are the guys that tend to get pretty close and they do pretty well consistently. I mean, Dream has been doing well consistently, but he hasn't really made the huge splash of winning a tournament or even getting to the finals. Do you think it's possible for Dream to actually get this far? And what would he need? Would he need to dodge certain players? His TVC seems on point at least, but is it good enough for the top level?
Yeah, that's my question as well, because I'm not sure if he looked super good against Lambo, like as far as like tactics. There was never a moment where I was like, oh, this is brilliant by Dream. It was more like he's just checking all the boxes and he's doing it really, really well. I'm not sure if that's enough for like Serral or Dark, right? So it's a difficult question. And this Reaper is going to get 2 links for his trouble, so pretty good.
Yeah. A good start, of course, would be getting first place in this group, getting the easier opponent. First place plays against second place, even though in this tournament there is no real easy opponents in the round of 8. Hell, there's no real easy opponents in the round of 16 whatsoever. So we have this Reaper actually doing a fair amount of damage, by the way, taking out 3 links. Not too shabby at all. We're gonna be going for a couple of Hellions, Tech Lab on the way on the barracks as well, and it's a double gas. I wouldn't be surprised to see Hellion Banshee 2 base on this map. A famous Zerg once told me that on this map the only thing Terran needs to do is not die, and that's why so often we see these Terrans just play Banshee Hellion from 2 base, make sure that they can die to a Roach All-In, make sure they can die to some type of stupid Nidus. And even we see a Reaper sacrifice here coming out of Dream, making sure it isn't some kind of early Roach or an early lair. Might be able to even get out with this Reaper, that would be kind of nice, yeah. Does manage to survive. Wow.
Very well done. And at the same time, he is going for a Cloak Banshee back at home, so this time around adding that Cloak for the Banshee, which again could be a little bit of a mind game, because last time around he showed a Banshee without Cloak, so say Scarlett doesn't drop those spores and Dream acts similarly with his Banshee, then this could be pretty deadly. 5 workers went down. What killed 5 workers?
2 cars went into the natural, and as speed was delayed very long, managed to take out 5 workers. Actually got really close to one more big shot and would have been like 7-8, but still 5 workers is not quite what you want to be losing as a Zerg player. Another question on my mind is this going to be a triple Rex? Yep, we're going to be going into bio. No mech has been shown today for Dream. That the tumor got shot before it even hit the creep. It was still in the air from the butt of the Queen towards the creep. We never saw it land. That's a quick Hellion shot. And now we have this Banshee going into the natural, or is it going to go to the main? Banshee isn't quite sure itself either. It's just showing his face. Why would he do that? What?
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's a strange Banshee. Maybe we're just waiting for that Cloak. I'm not sure if it was finished already. Now he's gonna go in and try to get any transferring drones, but not going to be able to find any, so that's nice for Scarlett, who might end up losing a queen. Looks like not. The Helion's poking at the same time on the right-hand side. Good job by Scarlett evacuating that base and bringing her links forward to answer. And yeah, things are still pretty stable. Nothing too crazy going on here. We'll see where the next base of Scarlett is taken, as now 2 Banshees are trying to harass this mineral line, getting some links for free as well.
Yeah. These Banshees haven't done a lot, but what they have done is they ensure that Dream didn't die, and they also managed to scout the Roach Warren, which is kind of a big deal, because right now Dream knows, okay, I don't want to be opening up with mines, I just want to push out a couple of tanks. Probably want to be going for a line expand rather than the forward expand. It's going to make it a lot easier to defend against these potential 1-1 Roach attacks, or even some type of cave bomb style, right? Just a quick hive into lurkers. These Hellions are, well, they're actually not even gonna die. This is some nice micro. 2 Hellions will fall, but drone gets sniped, a couple of links get taken out as well. It's very odd to see Terrans so aggressive with their Hellions, though. It almost looks like Dream doesn't really care about losing his Hellions. He lost 4 already, and he was very close to losing a couple more. He just went hard with them, and sure, he did do a fair amount of damage, but it also lowers the amount of map control you have later on in the game.
Yeah, especially while pulling back those Banshees. I don't think they have any reason to be back here. They could just be controlling the creep at the front at least. So a little bit strange on the side of Dream, maybe just getting overwhelmed with everything that he's doing as he now loads up 2 medevacs to cross the map through this airspace. They will be spotted by an Overlord, but I'm not sure if it's going to be quick enough for Scarlett to react. The Banshees still have a boost, and they're just going to choose to take down this Overlord instead.
Yeah, so it's a free Overlord, and now Dream will start working on this creep. Once again, we have a single file of creep.
Is it laggy for you?
It's not laggy for me.
Okay, cool.
Okay. We have 1-1 about to finish up. Oh, we have 13 drones on the way. I thought that Scarlett actually wanted to go for a 1-1 timing, but instead she's gonna be most likely going into an infestation pit then, no?
Yeah, it's not unlikely that she does. It's going to be a Hydra then actually, and an infestation pit at the same time. So we're looking for a hive transition of some sort. The creep spread hasn't been amazing, but I love that she has taken this route, seeing as there is no forward third for those roaches to attack, and the Roach Warren was scouted very early on. Dream will pick off a roach on his way out. And yeah, the game will continue to stabilize here as the gold is taken from Scarlett.
4 spores on the way as well for Scarlett. We'll be trying to secure her main in that way. Infestation pit finishing up would mean that the hive should start soon as well. As the gold is mining, that's gonna increase the income for Scarlett, especially glitter income on only 72 drones. That's so crazy. That's the beauty of the gold, right? You don't need as many workers for very good income. Getting more workers on that base doesn't actually do very much, but if you have a lower worker count, that does help boost it a little bit. We have the hive on the way, 2-2, lurker then coming down as well. And yeah, Scarlett is kind of going into a decent late game. She does need to be careful though, as I see potential for a 2-2 push here, Cats. And what is there on the side of Scarlett? Like, what could she prepare to hold something like that? I'm thinking 4 or 5 tanks, basically a maxed out Terran on 2-2 upgrades. Like, how would Scarlett go about that?
I think what she has actually is pretty good. The roaches are pretty sturdy. If the tanks don't get into a good position and siege preemptively, then she can pounce onto any moving army and be okay, I think, for the time being. So the problem here is what Dream is doing, I think, which is really clever of him. He knows that there's no anti-air for the time being, and so he's utilizing these 2 medevacs to great extent. Might even look for a hatchery pickup here. No stim coming on forward, but it's gonna be enough regardless. It looks like to take down this hatchery. Transfuse is going down. It's super close, but he's gonna be able to get it and get out with 1 medevac full still.
Yep, so 5th base gets taken out. Extra spores in position here for Scarlett, who is now starting her first 2 Vipers. Those will definitely assist in the battle that is about to happen. 5 tanks are moving forward. There's a crap ton of Marauders in this army, by the way. Rather than the standard single tech lab for reactor, we saw Dream open up with triple tech lab, double reactor after scouting that Roach Warren. He's not sieged up yet, but he's already taking a fight. A lot of these roaches are falling right now, and if this position gets given away for free, I think this gold can't mine anymore.
Yeah, you're completely right. This gold has to be evacuated right now, yesterday. It's gonna start bleeding out now, and yeah, now the Vipers are gonna come online and maybe try to do something to dislodge this position. At the same time, behind this Dream is taking his fourth, so the economic lead will go to him following this attack almost no matter what. These Vipers do not have enough energy for too many spells, one spell each. I'm not sure which one they're gonna choose to go for. And now the minerals at the gold base are gonna provide Dream with a nice pocket for him to take down that base and continue advancing forward with his siege line. Oh,
Ooh, pretty decent blinding cloud on most of the bio. We have an abduct of one of the tanks as well, but there's not enough energy on these Vipers for now to continue doing that. One more blinding cloud perhaps. Yep, once again hits a lot of the bio. Tank might get bio. Wait, what were these bios? Hitting absolutely nothing. A lot of the supply of Scarlett is bleeding out here, and it's done. That's it.
That's gotta be it, and Scarlett will GG out. A beautiful push there from Dream, and Scarlett looked underprepared. I mean, those Vipers were not out in time to help her, and she was not quite maxed yet, so had to concede a lot of ground. Those tanks get sieged, and unfortunately not able to land those blinding clouds on clumps of tanks, but instead of the bio means that the bio can always just retreat or stand their ground as they did if they see that it's a favorable fight. So very well done from Dream, and it really looked like Scarlett had no chance there through and through.
Yeah, that was extremely painful there for Scarlett. It felt like she kind of got everything she wanted, but then the moment Dream decided they were gonna fight, he just kind of destroyed that fight. I don't even think the micro infight was that poor for Scarlett. It just felt like that perhaps she shouldn't have given that position up as quickly. She seemed extremely unaware about the fact that Dream was moving out across the map with his tanks and with his Marine Marauder. She kind of got caught in a weird split. Didn't even manage to take the rocks down, I believe, above her golden base. So
She did,
That makes
she did.
And, oh, she did? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I'm not gonna pretend like that made movement any more difficult, but her movement seemed a little bit off in that game, where a couple of units got caught. Then once you give up the position behind the gold, and Dream is allowed to just move on like that, you're gonna have a very difficult time if you're playing with pure Roach against 13, 14 Marauders, 5, 6 tanks. Yeah, it sucks. 2/2 upgrades on Marauders are pretty freaking good.
Yes, indeed. I mean, Roach Hydra will trade pretty well against Bio, and then you can just retreat when the tanks are starting to siege. But as you said, it didn't look like Scarlett was fully aware of Dream's movement until a little bit too late. So her army wasn't in that position to defend. The creep spread wasn't there at the north. And in spite of taking down those rocks, I mean, the topology of that area of the map is just so difficult to get around, right? Like, because the minerals at the gold are blocking you as well. So she comes from two weird angles and not with our army consolidated, and it just got nasty from there. Very well done by Dream, though.
Yeah, we're in Korea, by the way. So
Thank you.
okay, yeah. It was Dream didn't really ever look in danger in this game, right? Just such a solid start of the game with complete control with the Banshees, and even if he doesn't kill Scarlett with this push, it's not like he was all in with this. He was absolutely in a fine position, and I think Dream thinks back of that game as a pretty easy one where it wasn't that dangerous. I don't think he's too afraid of the Roach play of Scarlett. My man Dream has been playing against Dark, and Dark is the king of the cave, Bob. We can say that for sure. So
Yes,
curious
indeed. On NA? Oh, I was sent to Korea. 1 sec.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I thought it was Korea.
All right. I'm joining the game now, so we should be good to go. And the map is going to be Atmospheres. So we saw Lambo falter to Dream on this map. Dream's game plan looked a little bit different to what we saw against Scarlett here. This is a map where I wouldn't mind seeing something like Mutiling Bane, or even just Sling Bane into a faster Hive Tech, kind of like what we saw Lambo do. Lurkers are okay, but it's a pretty huge map, so, the more mobile the units, the more I like it.
Yeah, definitely. Ling Bane Muta definitely can have some potential. Also the way that DRG took out, what's he called, the Dream, if I recall correctly, in the latest GSL. These DRG tried a couple of times. Can't quite remember what happened in that second series. Not too important, but yeah, 2000 Atmosphere, slightly better map for Zerg, of course. Blackburn definitely was Dream's pick. Scarlett went for 2,000 atmospheres. I'm curious what the third map is going to be. Any thoughts on that?
The third map.
A potential third map. If you were to veto for both players, how would you put the vetoes?
If I were to guess, I would guess Jagannatha just because Dream let it through last time as well. I think it's a decent map for Zerg, so. But I'm not sure.
All right, in the top right, spawning as the blue Terran. 75% of his game so far. He sent out more than one SCV on the map before the minute mark. He's doing it again. His name is Dream.
Yo boy. And in the bottom left-hand side of the map, playing for the Shopify Rebellion and trailing one game right now, it is the red Zerg player, Scarlett.
Yes, and look where her second Overlord is going straight away, cats. Her second Overlord, I saw the click. I saw the click on the map. Because I was going with my vision where these Rexes are proxy. It's the exact same location as against Lambo, by the way. That's a ballsy player right there. But yeah, he's gonna get spotted very, very fast. I'm curious to see how Scarlett decides to respond. So Lambo's response was pretty clear, right? Cancels the gas, continues building drones, builds 2 links, gets a spine and 2 queens. And then the goal is to pull drones toward the Rexes, lose a couple of workers, but kind of be in a fine position afterwards. We'll see if Scarlett decides to go for a more traditional response, I would say, where you get 6, maybe even 8 links. You start the spine. But if you don't think you need it, you'll cancel the spine. And then with the 2 queens, you should be fine eventually. You're not going to be going for those big drone surrounds. She is going to cancel the gas in the main base. And she's even building the 20th drone. Yep, there we go. And drone 21. We're going to be seeing a similar response here. We're going to be seeing the exact same response, I believe, out of Scarlett as we saw Lambo do.
Well, she doesn't have those 3 drones ready to contest the first bunker already, so that's a little bit different. And wow, look at that. Dream already taking advantage of that. As Scarlett is going to instead go past this Marine and look for the next 2 to spawn. However, 5 drones cannot fight with that many Marines, with 2 Marines. And Scarlett needs to pounce on this soon. I mean, part of why it worked out for Lambo was because he was able to pounce on this army right away, right? If these next 2 Marines come out, I'm not sure that Scarlett can rely on this defense anymore. I mean, she's gonna have to try to cut these Marines off, but now there's 4 of them, and these drones are gonna start falling very quickly. I am very concerned for the Canadian Zerg now.
Yeah, Spine is about to finish up. We see 4 links are out on the map. 3rd bunker is about to finish up. Only 1 bunker out of these 3 is going to be in range. Spine is repositioning as well. Oh, that's a cancel. Oh, there's 1 more SCV. There's 1 more SCV. If that SCV goes down, is that in range?
Yeah, the Spine can outrange the bunker, and so this is pretty good for Scarlett actually.
What?
As the bunkers of Dream, as cute as they were for saving the first Marine against the workers, they were not in range, and now this is kind of just useless for Dream. Scarlett lost a few, like 2 or 3 workers? But all in all, she's got to be pretty happy about this.
Yeah, this is... Funnily enough, this is a better defense than what Lambo did. Yeah. Sure, she lost a lot of mining time, but she lost less drones. Oh, she's gonna lose a queen here. Marine, oh my god. 2 queens go down. This is actually really bad all of a sudden. I was about to explain why this defense was so good, but now we're losing 6-7 workers. The spine is down in the natural. A reposition of half a second, and GG.
GG.
That's it.